I sidestepped her, moving away from her reach. She froze, her hand hovering awkwardly in midair. Aunt Penny quickly smoothed things over and offered to walk me to my dorm. The way, she apologized. Ethan, honey, Sophie's just being immature. I'm so sorry for what she said back then. I'll speak to her. I dragged my suitcase along the pavement. Sophie was already long gone. It's okay, Aunt Penny. It's in the past, I said, my voice muffled. We're adults now. We don't like those childhood jokes anymore. I'll keep my distance from Sophie from now on. I had thought it through. Childhood fantasies aren't real. A childhood crush can't be forced. But Aunt Penny grabbed my arm, her face full of disapproval. What do you mean? Keep your distance. You and Sophie grew up together. You know each other inside and out. That girl just doesn't know what's good for her. In my heart, she declared. You will always be the only son-in-law I'll ever want. I didn't know how to respond. Aunt Penny had always been incredibly kind to me. She didn't have a son, but whenever she saw cool sneakers or athletic gear, she'd buy it for me. She always joked with my mom that she was just buttering up her future son-in-law. Seeing my silence, she just smiled and patted my shoulder. Ethan, you're at the same university now. I know that girl's temperament. Just take care of her. Be patient with her. She responds to a gentle touch, not a firm hand. I felt like I was going to be sick. I liked Sophie, yes, but I couldn't just swallow my pride and chase after her after she'd rejected me so cruelly. I gently pulled my arm from her grasp. Sophie was beautiful, with fair skin and classic features. It didn't take long for her to become the unofficial queen of the freshman class, attracting a swarm of admirers, and just as she wanted, I kept my distance. A few months later, I saw her post on Instagram. It was a picture of her with a guy, their arms wrapped around each other. He was handsome, holding her and smiling brilliantly for the camera. They looked perfect together. Her feed, which used to be so sterile, suddenly came alive. She started asking for advice on what to get your boyfriend for his birthday, posting pictures of them holding hands, and even screenshots of their text conversations. In those texts, he was sometimes moody, and they had their little arguments, but she always handled it with a gentle grace. That's when I realized Sophie had this soft, delicate side to her, that in front of someone she truly liked, she could be patient, thoughtful, and forgiving. In that moment, whatever was left of my crush finally withered and died. I decided it was time to close the book on that unrequited love story. Then, about halfway through the school year, she texted me out of the blue. I'm downstairs. I went down and found her waiting impatiently by the dorm entrance. She shoved a gift box into my hands. My mom made me bring this for you. I took it and opened it. A pair of limited edition sneakers. I tried to refuse, but Sophie was already turning to leave. Is this seriously how you operate now? Trying these little tricks? It's never going to happen between us. I didn't even get a word out. Seeing her treat me like I was something to be avoided, even after I'd already moved on, it still stung. I looked down at the box in my hands, a lump forming in my throat. I deleted her number and Venmo'd the money for the shoes to Aunt Penny. She called me immediately, asking if Sophie had been causing trouble again. I sighed and explained that we were both adults now, and things like this could cause misunderstandings and problems in her relationship. Aunt Penny was silent for a few seconds before hanging up. I thought that was the end of it. A few days later, on my way back to my dorm, some guy I'd never seen before ran up and punched me in the face, screaming that I was trying to steal his girlfriend.